everyone, welcome to day 44 of Project 365. Yeah, and apparently, people who subscribe to me can be called funkheads. I don't know, just thought I'd throw that out there because I thought it was kind of funny when I thought of it. Anyway, today I'm actually going to be going on a bit of a rant because I feel that it is something important and something that is rarely talked about, or at least that I've seen has been rarely talked or discussed. And that is the MPAA. That is the Motion Picture something or another. Motion Picture Academy Association or something like that. It's not really important what they're called. However, they are the people responsible for your rating system at movies, i.e. G, PG, PG-13, R, NC-17, MM, and then X. But, I happen to be slightly annoyed by our present rating system, actually. Because in our present rating system, a movie will get a R rating even for just showing a nipple. However, a movie can remain PG-13 when a guy gets his head cut off. That doesn't make much sense to me, actually. And then certain movies are bumped up to R-rated because they have extensive language, which I personally don't understand because the kids are going to learn them anyway, and sure, it would be nice to stop them from learning them while they're young. However, I hope parents aren't naive enough to think, oh, hey, look, little Tommy here doesn't know any curse words, when in reality he's at the elementary school cursing up a storm like he's some sailor in the middle of the Dead Sea. I don't know why it was the Dead Sea over another ocean or something, but just go with me on this one, alright? Okay. So I think our system is completely ass-backwards. If we were to be more legitimate, or I think more realistic, not legitimate, if we were to be more realistic about the situation, we would gladly let movies have nudity in TV, because I feel that, or not in TV, but in movies, that we would gladly allow nudity in movies. Yeah, I'm tripping up over my words, and that's fun. But anyway, because I feel that in America, we're a bit too prudish, aren't we? I mean, look at it. Anything that's related to nudity or sexuality, we often shun, and we throw away automatically. However, when it's violent or abrasive, we embrace it with open arms, and we wonder why situations like Columbine or Virginia Tech happen. Of course, that's a whole thing unto itself, because then the media goes into this frenzy over these things, and people think they can gain fame by shooting up their school, and it's stupid because we over-glorify violence. That creates violent minds, and we no longer can move forward as a society because we're too invested in violence. I feel that if we were to instead take that investment in violence and move it over to sexuality and openness about nudity and stuff like that, hey, we could probably prevent a lot more teen pregnancies by opening and exposing a child to sexuality, nudity, stuff like that. You're basically giving them sex education. When you do that, and you give them the knowledge to properly protect themselves, odds are the teen pregnancy rate is going to drop. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a huge drop, but over time it'll be a noticeable change. I mean, there are certain issues that get in the way of that, i.e. Catholics and their not believing in contraception, but that's a different story. I think as a whole, we can start to prevent teenage pregnancies, and that could lead to a better and happier life. Instead of creating all of this abstinence pledge and stuff like that, which is really stupid because the body, no matter how strong the will is, the body will always find a way to do something to release its most carnal instincts. So in reality, abstinence is kinda silly, but hey, that's just one person's opinion. But yeah, it's kind of just frustrating because we here in America are extremely prudish. We're like the most uptight country about nudity in the world. Go to England. For a while they had some issues with prudishness, but in these later years they have been extremely open about it. In British TV you can see someone nude or some very coarse language. We were watching, in philosophy class, we were watching a clip from Nanny 911, and it was during the commentary of one, or not Nanny 911, but a wife swap or spouse swap or whatever. And the lady was talking about the other family, and she like went off on this huge rant, and there were cuss words abound. And it wasn't censored, it wasn't like a bleep, 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 it just went on through. We are working towards changing it with language because on cable I've noticed at least on Comedy Central the only two words they now censor are the F word and the N word. And the N word, if it's the version, then they censor it, but if it's the version, they don't censor it, which is kind of interesting. But that still leaves violence. We as Americans are war and violence loving people. In the short time of our history, we've been in 11 wars, and including the Iraqi and Middle East wars, we're up to 13. That's kind of scary, isn't it? That we're so violence obsessed. But hey, that's really all I have to say about this for now. I haven't really had time to formulate my complete position, but it's a start. So, a question to you guys out there. What do you think? Do you think we should be more open about sexuality and sex and nudity and stuff like that? Or do you think we should stick with where we're going because apparently it's working? I might not agree with that, but hey, everything's up to opinion. So, leave a comment below, and I will get back to you guys, alright? Okay, so that's it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night, and have a great day.